Hello from Seoul? Yes, everybody loves katsu, but I know you're thinking like, Aaron, I love katsu, but I don't like katsudon because that cutlet over the rice is too soggy. What are you talking about? I just made the most crispy katsudon in 20 minutes. So stop worrying and follow my lead. I won't let that happen. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started. Today, we're gonna be making chicken katsudon, one of the most popular Japanese rice bowls. Once you have a bite of crispy fried chicken with a nice and fluffy egg and rice, you feel like you're in a tasty wonderland. What? You think it looks difficult to make? Don't worry about it. With me, it's gonna be so easy. For this, you will need some chicken breast, eggs, onion, and panko breadcrumbs. Instead of chicken breast, you could also use pork loin, but using a chicken breast is much easier. So if you're a beginner cook in Japanese cooking, this is it. Once you master this chicken katsu, trust me, the pork version is not gonna be a problem. Alright, let's prep the chicken first. If you take a look at the chicken breast, it's not even in thickness. A little thicker in the middle and thinner on the edges. Which means when it's deep fried, some might get overcooked and others might be undercooked. So we need to make it flat. What? You don't have this kind of meat mallet? Don't worry about it. You could also use a saucepan, rolling pin, your fist, or anything that works for you. But don't make this poor little thing into mush. It's not your boss. Once they are nice and flat, season both sides with salt and pepper. Now let's set up our breading station. Take out some trays and fill them with some flour, beaten eggs, and panko breadcrumbs. Here, some of you might ask, Aaron, I can't get the panko. Can I skip it? My answer is no. No, because this bad boy will bring that amazing crispiness to your mouth, just like Tokyo Treat and Sakuraku bring joy to your doorstep. Tokyo Treat is a monthly snack subscription box straight from Japan. It's filled with up to 20 of the latest and most exclusive snacks that are only available in Japan. For example, if you open the box, you can see some limited edition or seasonal flavored Japanese snacks. And this month's theme is Japan's Best Bites, where you can experience the best Japanese flavors from each season, like Kikan Melon, Mito style udon, and many more. You're looking for some traditional snacks? Don't worry about it. With Sakuraku, you will get local and authentic Japanese snacks from artisan snack makers, including Japanese tea and one special Japanese tableware. And this month's theme is Taste of Japan. And you will find many local delights like Kromitsu Kinako Mochi from Hokkaido and rich and buttery sablé from Okinawa. What? You're kind of worried about getting local snacks because of the language, ingredients, or allergens? Don't worry about it. Tokyo Treat and Sakuraku provide a booklet in the box. It contains all the information about the snacks, snack makers, and even interesting cultural stories about Japan. If you're interested in experiencing Japan for yourself, go to the link in my description and use my code ANC. You will get $5 off your first order. You want to experience real Japan? Wherever you are, Tokyo Treat and Sakuraku will be with you. Thank you for sponsoring this video, Tokyo Treat and Sakuraku. But if you really can't get panko, then bring some leftover bread and put it in a food processor. Then you will get nice homemade breadcrumbs. No problem at all. Now let's put some clothes on your naked chicken. Grab a piece of chicken and dunk it in the flour. Make sure it's evenly coated and shake off the excess. And then the chicken goes into the eggs and into the breadcrumbs. And make sure to press it hard so that it can't stick to the chicken completely. Otherwise, you might end up with some naked chicken that nobody wants. I told you already. So if that happens, I'm not responsible. Alright, the chicken is ready to go. Let's get cooking. Fill your wok or pot with enough oil and heat it to 170 degrees Celsius or 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it reaches the temperature, add in your chicken and fry for about 6 to 8 minutes and flip occasionally. For information, if you're not using a massive deep fryer like you see in a restaurant, please do this in batches, like 1 or 2 at a time would be perfect. If you put too much chicken in the oil, that will lower the oil temperature too quickly, and that means you're not gonna get that perfect crispy chicken katsu that you're looking for. So please do this in batches. Once your chicken gets crispy and golden brown, remove it from the oil and let it rest on a cooling rack for about 2 minutes. Leaning your chicken against the tray or the pan like this is a good way to make it more crispy, because this way we can prevent the center from being soggy. So try to use this little tip. You're gonna love it so much. Alright, while that's resting, let's make some sauce for our rice bowl. In a small container, add 1 cup of water, half a teaspoon of hondashi, Japanese dashi powder, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of mirin, half a tablespoon of sugar, and give it a good mix. That's it. It's incredibly easy, right? But the taste? Don't worry about it. It's gonna be awesome. Once that's done, slice half an onion and chop some green onions for garnish. And this is totally optional, but if you can get some mitsuba, Japanese parsley, it will take you to a Japanese restaurant. Trust me, it will. Lastly, crack 4 eggs into a container and give it a good stir. That's it. But before we go to the stove, let's slice our beautifully cooked chicken katsu. What do you think? Gorgeous, right? Alright, all the prep is done. Let's get cooking. In a small pan, add half of the sauce, half of the onion, and bring it to a boil over medium-high heat. Here, some of you might ask, Aaron, why is it half of the sauce and half of the onion? Good question. Because to make it beautiful, like a restaurant, we gotta cook 1 portion at a time, so that we can easily slide it over the rice. But if that sounds like a hassle, or you don't have a small pan like this, then just cook them all at once and divide it at the end. That's totally fine. If there was no camera here, I wouldn't do this. Once the onion is nice and soft and translucent, reduce the heat to medium and carefully add 1 chicken katsu and simmer for 30 seconds. Now some of you might ask, Aaron, are you crazy? You put so much time and effort into the crispy fried chicken, but now you're simmering in the sauce? Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but to make it authentic katsudon, we have to let the breading soak up this delicious sauce all the way around. But you still want it to be crispy, right? For those of you, we're just gonna take it out. The bottom has absorbed all the delicious flavors, but the top is still nice and crispy. So this way, you and Japanese people, everybody will be happy about it. Last but not least, pour half of the eggs and give it about 1 to 2 minutes. Once they start to set, shake your pan a little bit so that nothing gets stuck on the bottom. Since Claire loves soft and runny eggs, I'm just gonna kill the heat right now. What? You think it's too runny? Don't worry about it. Our rice and the resist your heat will take care of everything. Alright, it's time to assemble. Gently pour it over the rice and top it off with our lovely katsu, green onions, and some mitsuba. How does it look? It looks absolutely amazing, right? Alright, let's go to our taste tester.
Claire?
Oh my gosh! Where am I? Am I in Japan? It's so beautiful. Let's try. 냄새도 너무 좋아. Let's see how crunchy it is. Ooh, yes. It's crispy. 먼저 위에 있는 카츠부터 먹어볼까? 오, 밑에는 소스를 샥 흡수를 했네. 딱 봐도 오케이. 고기도 아주 촉촉해 보이는구만. Cheers. 너무 좋다. 맛있잖아. 누가 닭가슴살을 팍팍하다고 했니? 너무 촉촉하고 맛있다. 거기다 위는 정말 바삭바삭한데다가 아래는 아까 말했던 것처럼 소스를 샥 빨아당겨가지고 촉촉하면서 그 다시의 향까지 샥 느껴지는 게 너무 맛있잖아. 너무 맛있잖아. 싫어할 사람 없다. 너무 맛있다. 예술이야. 본격적으로 밥이랑 먹으면 되겠어. Make sure you have some onion. And then this bad boy, I want you. 근데 이걸 한 입에 먹는 건 불가능할 것 같아. 후다다닥 먹어볼게. 같이. Cheers. 와, 이 맛이지. 그 소스가, 그 간장 소스가 밥에 샥 잘 스며들어가지고 입 안에서 그냥 완벽하게 간이 샥 맞으면서 너무 맛있어. 그냥 기분 좋은 간장의 향이랑 갓소부시 향이 어우러져서 너무 맛있어. 계란이 그냥 느껴지지도 않을 정도로 정말 부들부들, 야들야들. 식감이 너무 재밌다. 식감이 진짜 정말 예술이야. 그러면 나! 돈부리 먹을 때 그게 빠지면 안 되잖아. 그 녀석 가져봐. 아하, that is 시치미 토가라시. I need a little bit more kick.
조금 뿌려. 너무 많이 뿌린다.
That's why I don't cook often. 괜찮아, 맛있을 거야. It's gonna be good. Don't worry. 많이 한 것 같긴 하다. 근데 맛있어.
Today, I showed you how to make Katsudon, one of the most popular Japanese rice bowls. Freshly cooked rice, ultra crispy chicken katsu. Is there anything you wouldn't love? No, I don't think so. So grab an apron and run to your kitchen. If you do, you will experience the most delicious Katsudon that you ever had. I guarantee it. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.